Ready to watch episode 5 of season 1 of DanDaDan. I think you're ready to watch it, so let's watch it together. But now Ayase is coming, I think. Ah. I don't think so. She's waiting for you. Yeah, she's considering him as a normal day. I think that's the proper attitude with a person who is not confident. Here we go. But now he should feel better because he knows that he's not alone as he was before. So even if there are some bad people around him, he can force himself to think, oh, but there's someone now who. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I know that there is someone next to me. Exactly. Yeah, but of course there's a limit. I think it depends. I think that now that they went back to school, they feel annoyed or they feel bored being there because they feel more interested about something else. See? Yeah. Yeah, they are not in the right place right now, so that they feel how inconvenient they feel in that environment. Because when they are together, they can create their own environment, So even the sense of time is different. I mean, when they stay together, they think that the time flies, but while they are separated, they think that time never goes by. No, he's there. No, what the F? I mean, they are wasting the time because they don't find each other. But they have the same ideas where to find each other, so. No, no. Typical thought of someone who was always lonely. No, no, not at all. But I understand both feelings. I mean, both people's feelings, especially the Okaru ones. Because he's always afraid that everything ends, as much as I told you. So he can't believe 100% until he sees the facts, you know. But I understand Ayasis too, because she thinks, okay, he used me because of my powers, and now he doesn't care about me anymore, or whatever. Almost. Wow, they almost kissed. Almost, yes. Well, they both have in common this thing. I mean, they try to avoid their feelings so much because of their past experiences, but it will be better little by little. But they seem like a married couple who's fighting. Yeah, actually, yes. Yeah, because all these things that they experienced already, they that made them so close to each other that nobody else can understand, I think. Uh-oh. Ooh. Wow, in front of everybody, he's saying that. No, not at all. I think she felt offended because of her past experiences, where she also felt avoided. But that's a step forward for Okaron because he said it out loud that he wanted to talk to her. That's something good. And even Ayase now knows that she was wrong. Ooh. And that's another girl rather than Ayase who's taking care of him or who's saying sorry. So he feels so strange right now. Okay, Okarum. I think now she will feel jealous, probably. What the F? She's jealous. She's jealous. Yeah. So she was faking, but I don't feel surprised at all, sincerely. Now she will feel angry. She will protect him, I think. What? But that. Oh! But can I say it honestly? She deserved that. I mean, that's the typical stereotype of Japanese student girl who's fancy, who's. Yeah. Because at least Ayase is real with her feelings and how she is conveying to others. Well done, Ayase. I agree. I totally agree with what she did. Sorry to say, but some people needed to stop faking. Yeah, as I predicted that they will love each other probably in the future. That's beautiful how they try to avoid that conversation. They both feel embarrassed. What? So probably there is still something. Mm. That's true. Like this. Yeah. Mm. Ooh, but it's not a little. Huh? Mm. It possessed the demonic in Echo. In the storage room. Oh, again. Uh, Probably this Turbo Granny will become a part of the team too. At this point, she should join them. I see. She should join them. Who do they have to kill? Oh, I think there's no other choice. She already possessed him. Oh no, I thought that she could have possessed him. Mm. Mm. Who's back? Mm. I think that power will become a part of him. Mm. I think it's fair. And where are they? Where? I like this episode because in the first part it's not only battles, it's not only the usual typical episode of DanDaDan so far, where you see that they are confronting their powers, they are trying to defeat an enemy, and whatsoever. But at the beginning of this episode, I could recognize the human side of these two characters. Surprisingly, I can say that they have many things in common because in the first episode, from what I remember, they didn't seem to have so many things in common. They were presented as two characters coming from two different worlds, as much as I told you many times. But especially in this episode, you realize that they have some thoughts in common, they have some fears in common, they have some fragilities in common, and it's hard for them to share them when they both talk to each other because of the insecurities that they have. They have different fragilities, different insecurities, but the source is common, let's say. They are both afraid of not being accepted. They are both afraid of sharing their thoughts because they probably are afraid of the judgment that the other person can give. They are also afraid of what the people can say from outside regarding their relationship. They don't want that people misunderstand. They feel too embarrassed to communicate to other people how they feel when they are together because people can think that there's something else that they still don't know yet. Because when you love somebody, at first, especially if you like the person you love, you don't like to say honestly, yes, I love him, or yes, I love her. Usually people tend to deny this feeling and they just say, no, no, what are you saying? No, that's not true. That's the typical attitude of people who don't want to admit, especially to themselves, that they love the other person. So that's totally common. In this first part of the episode, it was like a typical school romance anime in which you see the tension that both the characters feel, especially when they get in touch. Yeah, they almost kissed without predicting anything or without planning these. They had these little and close attachment to each other, not just thanks to their psychic powers, but as regards of the feelings they feel. They had these attachment, these way of touching each other, and it was very beautiful because it's I want to say original the way they got in touch with each other. But yeah, I think regarding Ayase's character, I think that she is afraid of being rejected. She thinks that Okarun is avoiding her because of certain reasons. I think the past experiences can influence us most of the times regarding how we behave and how we explain things. And on the other side, Okarun is always afraid that everything ends, that this was just a dream. Both they have this fear because both they started believing in each other, and they believe that this is something concrete, even if it might not seem so. And also, Ayase revealed to us the fact that she's jealous of Okarun, and she can't admit it to herself yet, but the instinct of protection that she has towards him, and even this jealousy that starts appearing, seems to be really coherent with how she feels. Another thing that I liked was the fact that they were trying to find the other one in the same places but in a different moment. So it's like as if their connection is not still 100%. They still have to work on it. But there are good premises. So as much as I was telling you in the previous episodes, I really believe that these two characters will not just share their powers, but they will share also their feelings for each other. And the more they stay together, the more these feelings will improve for sure. And I also think at the end of the episode that Turbo Granny will join them somehow. I have this feeling because she's starting being an evil character, I mean the enemy to defeat, but I think that they can find a good compromise to have Granny in the group, I mean a Turbo Granny, because Granny, I mean Aya's Granny is already an outsider of this group, but she's already part of it. But Turbo Granny can grant them some of her power, and when they need, they can use her. That could be nice because even if Turbo Granny seemed to be very evil, as much as I said in the previous episode, she was trying in the worst way to give a shelter to those souls who lost their lives. So I don't think that innerly speaking she's completely evil. Let's see. Last but not least, yeah, when Ayase felt jealous, I think that the girl with the pink hair was representing the stereotype that we have here in Japan of the cool girl who is showing a face in front of others, and then when it's time to go, she's revealing the other personality that she has. I think that's totally common. The honen, the tatemae thing, and even the fact that cool girls like to play with these boys' feelings, so they think that they conquered the heart of this cool girl, while the cool girl is just playing, tricking them. Japanese society is not perfect at all. Most of the times you are even doubting when you talk to a person because you don't know if that person is real with you 100%, even if she's smiling at you, even if she's trying to comprehend you and whatever. You are afraid that what you see is not exactly what it might be. That's why even Okarun in this case, who is really innocent as a character, was tricked immediately by this personality, while Ayase already understood that there was something wrong, especially when how this pink hair girl was talking about Okarun. So usually these type of people are trying to harm innocent people and not people who already got the idea that probably there's something hidden. I am a honest person, so I don't like when people decide to appear in a certain way, decide to trick you, faking that they understand you or they support you, while on the other side they are just laughing at you because of how you feel and whatever, or they are judging you, they are condemning you and whatever. So I appreciated that in that moment Ayase reacted like that. Sometimes even those kind of people, they needed to be reminded that they are not God and they can't play with other people. So I definitely liked the way she protected Okarun. When Okarun made the step forward and spoke in front of Ayase's class by saying, I want to talk to you, I want to spend time with you, whatever, that was already a great thing that Okarun did, because for the first time he could say it out loud. And I think that worked sincerely, while on the contrary Ayase showed everybody in that moment that she was protecting him, and she was not afraid to show that she wanted to go home with Okarun. And I very liked that moment. That first part of the episode was very, very beautiful. And even if they wanted to walk home together, there was a moment of silence, a moment in which they both were embarrassed. They couldn't go on with what they were talking. because they both recognize probably that they feel the same, but they still don't want to convey those feelings to each other. It's too embarrassing. Anyway, see you next time with episode 6 of season 1 of DanDaDan. Thank you very much for the support, and see you in the next video. Bye!